The Bible tells us that a cheerful heart is good medicine, which reminds us that laughter truly is healing. We're going to talk about that tonight on Midlight. Good evening, mamas, and welcome back to Midlight. We're so glad that you are here. For this episode, I wanted to focus on something a little lighter and something a little joyful, because I think that we already can get stuck in places where we know there's hard. But I think it's so good to focus on things that actually make us laugh. And I love that the Bible tells us here in Proverbs 17:22 that a cheerful heart is good medicine, but a crushed spirit dries up the bones. I do not want to have a crushed spirit. I definitely want to have a cheerful spirit with my children and in my motherhood. There was a time in my life where things were pretty hard, and a lot of things and a lot of days felt heavy. And my son, who is in his 20s now, would try so hard to make me laugh because he loved to see me smile. And he had this funny dance he would do from, I can't remember the name of the movie, but it was about jungle animals, and they would go from like the circus back to the jungle. And they had this song, and it was called Polka Dot Afro. And my son would jump up on the table. I know that's funny. He would jump up on the table and dance and sing polka dot afro. And he would jump around and smile. And it made me laugh so hard every single time. And I have to tell you that I really appreciated the fact that he wanted me to smile and he wanted me to laugh because I needed it. And quite frankly, he needed it. And so anytime I hear that song, it immediately makes me giggle because I picture my son trying so hard to make me laugh. I think it is just like the Lord to give us joy as strength and medicine. Isn't it funny that we so often will feel tired or sullen, but then if somebody makes us laugh or tells us something funny and we can't help but smile, it just changes and shifts our whole thing. Like our mood, our physical bodies, everything is lifted up. And the Lord knows that. And that is why He wants us to experience joy and laughter and smiling. And I want to encourage you tonight to think about something that makes you smile. Is it silly moments with your baby? Is it your husband, your spouse? Is it when your friends gather up with you and you guys have a really good laugh together? I think it is so important to remember that a joyful mama leaves a light-filled impact. When our children see us and they see that we have that joy and that light inside of us, it lights them up as well. A smile is an actual communication. In fact, today I was teaching a music class for little ones and their parents, and I was watching them all smile and laugh at each other, with each other, as they did certain funny songs and dances and instruments, and that smile lights up the room. And it makes me think of that one movie, Monsters, Inc., where the whole movie they think that the way to generate electricity for their city is through scaring children. But then at the end, they realize that the laughter, it's off the chain in terms of the electricity that's sent out. And I think about that in our own lives, that our smiles and our laughter and our lightheartedness speak so much to our families and so much to our babies and our children. Actually, my husband and I can just share a smile and we can't help but just smile back at each other. Whoever brings it out first, the other one is likely to do the same. And I think about how it's contagious, our smiles and our laughter, and what a gift it is to share that with our families. And choosing joy, even in the midst of hard things, doesn't mean you're denying that there's hard things going on, but it means that you still choose joy in the midst of tiredness, sleepless nights, lots of spit up, very few showers. But you can still choose to smile at your significant other. You can still choose to laugh and share smiles with your baby. They need it, like my son needed it. And you know what? It changed me when we would laugh together and just be silly together. Tonight, I want to share with you from Philippians 4:4, and it says, Rejoice in the Lord always. I will say it again, rejoice. Joy in this sense is given as a command and a gift, and it is not dependent on circumstances. I love that. Also in Proverbs 31:25, which is written for like the strong mama, and it says, she is clothed with strength and dignity, and she can laugh at the days to come. She's a confident mama who smiles and faces the future with joy. Do we face our futures with joy, Mama? I sure hope so. And if you haven't, and if you've been feeling pretty down and heavy in spirit, just know that you can ask the Lord for joy now, and you can step into this beautiful place of joy. And mamas, I know that it may not be joy all the time, but we can have moments of joy and smiling and lightheartedness in the midst of it all. And doesn't that shift our whole families? Because the truth is, mamas, we truly do set the tone for our homes. And when we choose to walk in lightheartedness and laughter and smiles and embrace the silliness of life, how much better is it for us and for them? So I want to encourage you to do that. In fact, in Psalm 118 in verse 24, it says, "This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it." This is so good for us to remember to choose joy today, even in the mess of this day. We can rejoice and know that the Lord is with us, and our laughter is medicine for the soul. And I am so thankful for that. Aren't you, Mama? And just a reminder that God delights in you and in your motherhood, and His joy over you can spark your own joy. And I'm going to go to Zephaniah 3:17, which is one of our favorites, huh, mamas? It says, "He will take great delight in you. In His love, He will no longer rebuke you, but will rejoice over you with singing." God Himself sings and delights over you. That alone can bring a smile, Mama. So tonight I want to leave you with a blessing from Numbers 6:24-26. May the Lord bless you and keep you, make His face to shine upon you, be gracious unto you, and give you peace. Amen. Until next time, mamas, just remember that laughter is holy medicine for the weary. Take care, mamas, and we will talk again soon.